Hey guys, this is Elias with Bulba Cards. First video in a while, so we'll get into that. But today's video is on responsibility. So we'll be talking a little bit about how to be responsible as a store owner. As a store, what do you do to be responsible? And then as a customer or someone who collects, how can you be more responsible in your collecting habits? Let's back it up a little bit. Where have I been? Have I been dead? Right? I've actually had someone message me wondering about my health, wondering, like, scared that I disappeared somewhere. Real quick, I'm going to double check this camera, make sure it's working. All right. I've been gone so long, I forgot how to record. This is actually my second time recording this. Had the camera turned the wrong way. So, making sure that's not going to happen again. But, where have we been, right? We've been here. We haven't disappeared. We haven't gone anywhere. You might not have seen us as much in 2 years. That has nothing to do with the card shop, doing good or doing bad. Simply, time is valuable and I don't have a lot of it. So, about 2 years ago, we opened our jiu-jitsu gym, right? IQ Jiu-Jitsu. So, that keeps me very, very busy. I love Pokemon, right? That's my thing. I really enjoy it. I love collecting. I've played every game that's ever come out since I was a child. I've always collected cards. But my responsibility in life and my passion is jiu-jitsu, right? Because I believe that's how I can guarantee a better future for the next generation, right? So that's where a lot of my focus went. Basically what happened was when we first moved here to North Carolina, we didn't end up opening a gym because, like, prices are so different here. When lived in Illinois, for instance, our rent was like $350 a month with water, electric included. And then we moved here and we're paying like $3,000 a month. It was crazy. So you can kind of imagine what commercial space is like. Around here on average, it's about 10 grand a month. So when we moved here, I was like, yeah, we ain't opening a gym anytime soon. So we dove so hard into Bulba cards. This was like a little bit after COVID, and things just blew up and got busy. And I just didn't think about the gym for several years. But then it just kind of clicked one day, like, hey man, like, it's time. It's time to get back into it, start bringing value into people's lives. So that's different. That's a story for a different day, but it was nothing bad, just positive. And we finally got it open. We blew up within 6 months. I believe it's 3 months. We had 100 students. 6 months, we're at like 120. And then within a year, we had to hit 150. It was nuts. I did not expect that. At first, I was by myself. I took on all the responsibility, right? Through meeting responsibility, you get privileges, you get rewards. And that was having loyal students and them telling everybody they can to come to the gym. So that really took up my time. I had no help at first. We ended up flying an instructor from Illinois to move out here. And then after that, we just got 2 trains. So now we have a desk worker and then 3 instructors. So we have 4 in total, people at the gym now working. And that gives me a little more time, and which we need because of how the market is right now. Orders been blowing up. It's been hard to keep up. But so one, we built the gym and opened up, and all my attention needed to go to that to get it going. Not in the card shop. We were still, running the card shop. Market was down, so we just really didn't have a need to like fire sell things. We were just comfortable, waiting till prices went up. We weren't struggling for money or anything. So you wouldn't see us do a giant fire sale at a loss, especially during the time of like Scarlet and Violet, 1 and 2, where prices were like 95, 96. That's a loss, I didn't want to do that. It was more so, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. That takes a lot of time and something I don't really like. We'll talk about that here in a second, but I had to do the same thing in jiu-jitsu for advertisement, so all the attention went to that when I could. But now with the help, I can start doing a little more. So content-wise, I don't like making videos, right? Being face-to-face like this, not fun for me. And I asked myself, this is one reason we opened the gym, why? Why don't I do this at a world-class level like I do with teaching? I'm not really passionate about it. It was always, running a card shop, you need to have a online following. Well, don't need to. It just makes it easier. People want to see your face. I don't know why people want to see this, but you get punched enough in life, you end up looking like this. So, um, and you have Pokémon. He does his business talks, right? And you can tell he really loves that. He's passionate about it, and that's why it comes off of quality. You got Danny Phantom, who can spread. I don't know if the guy's like passionate about spreadsheets, but the dude can spreadsheet stuff out, and number out Pokemon and give you the breakdowns and all that, and it's good. It's of quality because he's passionate about that. I was always just trying to find something within Pokemon that I liked, but it never came off sincere, in my opinion. And that's when I thought about it, and that drove me back towards teaching. So, doing orders today, which is I stopped to take a break. It's been a long day. I realized, oh, hey, we can talk about responsibility, right? My biggest passion in teaching is about the character development program we have for kids. So I'm going to bring that to Pokemon. So today's topic is on responsibility as a store owner and as a customer. So as a store owner, what are you responsible for? One, as a store owner, I'm responsible to fulfill orders in a timely manner and give my customers a experience that they feel is of value. For instance, if someone purchases from me, they have to check up on me every other day, right? I'm currently dealing with this right now with a Gi and Rash Guard order from a company where they promised an order a month ago, and every day they're telling me I'm going to have a tracking. It's been 30 days, right? That's not pleasant for me. I'm not doing business with them again after this. You can't give your customers that type of experience. You have a responsibility to make it enjoyable for them. They're taking their hard-earned money, which is time, away from their family, away from things they want to do, and giving it to you. So your job is to make that a pleasant experience, and then also fulfill their orders. You're seeing that currently in the market where, Prismatic Evolutions prices went up, people canceled, didn't fulfill those orders. You made a promise to them. Pokémon did a fantastic job at that. He took on the responsibility of saying, "Hey, I will fulfill these orders if you purchase this." Something came up. What did he do? He didn't cancel. He held to that responsibility, even though it was detrimental to him. And he fulfilled those orders, even though it costed him. Now he will benefit from that in the long run, in my opinion. Which he should, absolutely. We always want to create win-win situations for each other. We don't get privileges or rewards until we can handle responsibility. This is why you hear about like lottery winners, right? They win all this money in a year, they're broke, right? It's because they don't have the responsibility or the character to back it up, right? It's easy to earn, easier to lose, right? You have to have character and be responsible with it. So as a business store owner, I need to make sure when you get that package, it was fast, it was easy to order, and you felt valued as a customer. That's when you'll have a great experience, right? We can't control pull rates. We can't control prices as much as we'd like, but we can control the experience, right? If it was up to me, every pack would be a God pack, and you never shop anywhere besides bulbacards.com. But I don't have that control, so I can make sure you feel valued as a customer. And mistakes happen as a store owner, which is your responsibility to make up for it. Not just fix it, but make up for it. That's something I always try to do. I actually just watched a video on Danny Phantom like 5 minutes before this video where he forgot to do a pack for somebody who ordered 10, and then he added 5. Because of that person ended up pulling a Glaceon Altar, right? That's fantastic. That's what you do when you make a mistake, right? That is your responsibility to make it even better experience, right? You can turn it to your advantage. And he did that in that video, which was great. Now, as a customer or as someone who's a collector, how can you be responsible, right? One, make a budget. Never purchase outside your means, okay? When you set a budget, say I can spend between A and B. Never go past that, okay? FOMO hits and you start spending past that. That's how you get pulled off balance, okay? We always say in class, you have your center, right? And you have your base. The more you reach past that to try and reach for something, the easier it is for someone to pull you off balance or knock you down. Imagine you're reaching to a lake from a dock. The further you reach, the easier it is for a giant swamp monster to pull you under, okay? Where if you have your feet under you, you're sturdy, and you're working within your work zone, meaning close to your center, it's very hard for something just to yank you off suddenly. You can usually pull and resist. So the more you reach past those means, spending above what you're comfortable, the more likely, something is to happen. For instance, you spend too much. Price immediately drops. You regret your decision. You decide to get out of the hobby because you regret your decision. Well, that's not good for you. That's not good for stores. That's not good for anybody, right? So spend within those means. You'll have a much better experience. Don't fall for FOMO, right? Everyone's hyping it up. Nope. This is your purchasing limit, right? Whatever you set, stick with it, okay? And you'll have a much better time in the collecting hobby, okay? And then another responsibility a lot of people don't think about because it is a tough talk, and that is you have a responsibility to purchase from a good store. So as a customer, right, I need to purchase from a store that does things of quality. They treat me well. They respect my time. They don't cancel orders and then sell it again later, right? That's someone who doesn't respect your time. Unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of that right now. It still, blows my mind. Phantom did a video on that where, he just talked about, market goes up, everyone wants MSRP again. Those stores who have always sold that way, right? People quit buying from them. I'm sorry, people will keep buying from them, but then when prices go down, they'll quit purchasing from them and start looking for the cheapest option again. And what this can incentivize is poor businesses, right? A business who's willing to cancel an order on you at any moment, right? Throat. There's a lot of dust in here. We're in a new attic. We just got our house built, so that's one of the reasons we disappeared. We built a house, opened a gym. We're having a baby in about 3 weeks, so I've been swamped. But this is actually 1,200 square foot, a lot bigger space than we were in before, but there's a lot of dust. I just inhaled it. But back to the topic of, as a customer, you need to reward stores that treat you well, right? That is your responsibility. If you reward stores that don't treat you well, guess what you're going to get more of? Bad stores, right? Stores that cancel your order and try and resell it higher. If you purchase from them again, you're showing that's fine. You don't care about that, right? And everyone complains about those poor habits, right? As a customer, buy from stores you trust. Trust stores that treat you well, all right? And I don't mean, accidents happen. Order gets messed up. It goes missing. They forget to pack it. You give them an opportunity to make it up, right? That's fine. But a store that's actively being malicious in their intent, going to Walmart, buying up all the product to resell to you, that's horrible. If you purchase from them, they are going to do more of it. The stores that don't do that will suffer. The stores that do it will prosper, right? Your responsibility as a customer is to ensure good stores thrive. Sadly, Pokemon's always followed those hills, and people will always look for the cheapest option, and those stores that acted poorly stick around. So I want you to ask yourself, are you being responsible in purchasing from good stores, right? And staying within your spending limit. Stay within those spending limit and purchase from the stores that treat you well and have good business practices, okay? If you do that, you will be rewarded. You'll have better stores to purchase from. Those stores remember that, and they will treat you well, right? So I just want to make a quick video for once. I had a little bit of time, but this is kind of a format we're going to be following a little bit more, is have a weekly topic and discuss. This week just happened to be responsibility. It's on my mind. We talked about it at the gym for a week. So I think about it in every aspect of my life as much as I can when it's one of those topics. So me spend so much time with Pokemon, that's how it applies to Pokemon. So be responsible in your buying decisions. I'll keep trying to be responsible in my business practices. I like to think we are a good store, right? We have, thousands of positive reviews on TCG Player. No negative reviews. But other than that, guys, check us out at bubblecards.com. We're going to have a journey together soon at MSRP or below. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon.